Welcome back to Can It Be a Mead? We're in episode number 12. We've done 11 other episodes of this with the premise, each one, that we spin 2 wheels and they dictate what we make for our mead. So it's pretty random. The first wheel is mostly fruits and other flavors like that, and the second wheel is a spice, hops, and those things. So let's go ahead and spin our first wheel and see what we make. We're going to start with, this is our first flavor we're going to use or choose from, and it's going to be, okay, mango. Now I know some of you are like, that's not very interesting. Don't worry, the second wheel might make it super crazy. The first ingredient there is mango, and here is our second wheel. This has a lot of spices and other flavors on it. Let's see what we have. We've got a mango and ooh, coriander or lemongrass? Coriander. Okay. I was kind of excited for lemongrass. I thought that'd be interesting. Mango, coriander. Do we think it can work? We're gonna find out in this video. So let's go ahead and formulate a plan, come back and make this mead. All right, we're back with the finished mead, I might add, not just the mead in progress. Let me tell you how I made this thing. We formulated this recipe on screen. It used, of course, mango. You'll see a couple different versions of mango. Some mango chunks, frozen mango chunks, and also some mango nectar. So that's how I got my flavoring. Some powdered coriander. You can use any other source of coriander. I just used basically the spice version, easy version. And then we also used the Lalvin QA23, a great yeast for tropically fruited meads. So we got our recipe, got our card there. As you saw, we mixed everything up. We started 24 hours before fermentation truly began because we took our mango chunks, our frozen mango chunks. You can get fresh fruit, you can get frozen fruit, you can get whatever source you got for mango in that source or in that circumstance. Douse it with pectic enzyme. That way you can wait about 24 hours, let the pectic enzyme break down the fruit skins, get more fruit juice out of them. It's really easy, doesn't take much, and it will get a lot more fruit flavor out of your brew. So doused it, all of my fruit with pectic enzyme, walked away for 24 hours. Don't worry, no mold or anything will grow. Come on back, mix together your honey, water, yeast with the mangoes all together. Our starting gravity for this was about 1.076, if I recall. Means we're gonna set at about a 10% brew, maybe a little bit less. We of course know our ABV because we're using a hydrometer. Please get a hydrometer. It is such a good tool for your mead making career. Make a few brews without it and then realize, oh man, I wish I had a hydrometer. So go ahead and get one, links in the description to some equipment. The fermentation flew by pretty fast. We did add our nutrients at the 24-hour mark because this is a medium gravity brew. So at 24 hours, I essentially added all my Fermade O to the bucket, mixed it in, walked away again. Fermentation was about 2 weeks. I would stir it up every once in a while just to make sure the fruit stayed submerged. We came back and we moved it off of the mango chunks. I used a hop spider. A hop spider is this thing intended for beer brewing to keep hops out of a brew, essentially, or keep hops inside rather. I use that to keep all the fruit from getting into it. So that's also something I like. Racked it, new container. We stabilized it with potassium sorbate and metabisulfite, and then I knew it was time to back sweeten. Now we added a couple things in this back sweetening process. We added mango nectar, which is something you can buy. It's pretty cheap, honestly. I used about 16 ounces of mango nectar, got some flavor from that. We then included some honey to back sweeten. We also added a smidge of citric acid, which is very helpful for this, of course, to brighten it up some. And then, of course, the main finale, or the weird one, is the coriander. We took our powdered coriander and I kind of doused it at about 1/4 teaspoon. Wasn't a lot. I basically just kept adding it in until I felt like I could taste it. And I don't know if that's the best way to go about it with coriander, but that's what I did. So we got our coriander in there and then we just let it set for like about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I was hoping that it would maybe clear up a little bit. You can see it's somewhat clear. I did try to do something to clear it, and I'll tell you about that in a second. So we're like 4.5 weeks into this brew. We've got all of our flavors in there. We're just kind of letting it age. At that point, I got impatient. I tried to clear it with Sparkaloid, which is a force clearing method I really like. It's really good. We went ahead and attempted to force clear it. Got about this far, as you can see. We waited about 4 or 5 more days to see if that Sparkaloid would work, and then we got impatient and bottled it. So this brew is only about 40-something days old from beginning to bottling. It's been aging for a little bit longer, and I'm not gonna taste this thing right now, because I'm not gonna tell you, well, I'm gonna taste it eventually. I won't be the sole person to tell you if this can be a mead combo. So I have some friends, they're gonna help me with the tasting. So let's go ahead and hop to the tasting to see if mango and coriander can make a good mead. Let's go. Welcome, Kyle, to the Can It Be a Mead 12 tasting. I've rebooted this series. Mango, coriander, as you just heard. Kyle is, by the way, I'm gonna toot his horn for him, a very good mead maker, and meddling should be best to show mead maker in the world. So kudos to him. But we're gonna taste this. Let me know what you think.
Absolutely.
The goal of this is to figure out if this can be a mead combo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The mango is really strong here. The coriander is like way lighter than I want. I wish it was, which I don't know, I guess I probably should have just kept dumping it in and gone overboard, but I've never done anything with coriander before, so.
Yeah, with coriander, I'm thinking of like wit beer kind of spices and kind of that bright citrusy note from it, so it kind of works in this. I think it is lost by the mango right now, but I think it's a great flavor profile, and maybe some more crushed and whole coriander would help.
Yeah, I wonder, I haven't used whole coriander, but I actually found a long time ago, I guess I bought a bag of coriander from some store or whatever, and you can buy like the kernels, because it's cilantro, for those people who don't know. It's the seed of cilantro is what it turns into. So I have it available, but I didn't use it. So I wonder if the whole coriander would do more. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting some in the brightness, but it's definitely dominated by the mango fruitiness. But I think it can work really well in a mead.
Yeah. This is pretty juicy. I think, we're at Mead Stampede right now. We've tasted hundreds of meads, literally. I would write on a score sheet, this is very juicy, because the tannin's low, so I feel like I probably could have heightened the tannin some, but.
I'm getting as I keep drinking, I'm getting a little bit more of the coriander in the finish, just kind of the thing that lingers on the palates and builds. So I think in terms of drinkability, this is very drinkable, but then the coriander keeps coming.
Yeah.
In terms of like the perfume that coriander can sometimes get, it's not there, but I think there's room for potential with that.
Yeah. So I'll put up, I've got the original card, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put up an adjusted card with like maybe a higher ratio of coriander. On mango meads, let's talk about mango meads for a second. Yeah. How do you do your mango? What's your mango protocol?
I use a ton of puree. Okay. I accept the losses with that kind of puree, but I really like using a lot of fruit, especially some in primary, some post-fermentation, get different characteristics. Mango can be challenging. If you ferment everything up front, sometimes you can get like this rotted fruit kind of thing, especially with some mangoes from the grocery store. You also want to be really careful with the skins, not including those. But mango juice is a great option as well, mango nectar. Basically any way to incorporate mango in primary and secondary is the way I would do it.
Yeah, the chunks were fine after primary, but it wasn't like a lot of that flavor got just blasted. I feel like it got more of the body well, not really body, maybe essence maybe, the base character, and then the nectar came through and bumped it up, so I don't know. Kyle is a pro mead maker. If you would like to chat with him, he's in my Discord under Green Mountain Mead, and you can find him there. Join my Discord, ask him a million questions. Let's see if we can stump Kyle. Maybe that's the goal of this video, is get in the Discord, see if we can stump him with something he's never figured out before.
Yeah, throw me something new.
Thank you, Kyle, for being a part of this, and cheers.